Hey, Internet world. Dustin from Dr. Cool Sex here with special guest Matt Cady.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Matt Cady.
He shoots a bunch of our HD stuff, so if you've seen that, this is the guy responsible for it looking awesome. We are here to talk about Breaking Bad Season 3, Episode 1. Cady, you a Breaking Bad fan?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, good. I'm glad that I picked someone who watches Breaking Bad. I was going to try to get Alex or Greg to do this, but they don't like good TV. Alex doesn't like it until it's like 7 seasons in, and then finally he'll jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Greg likes it, but he's only in like the first season right now, so he's still going to take him a while to catch up. We just finished watching the first episode of Season 3. Cady, what's your initial reaction?
It was kind of puzzling. I think it was setting up a ton of things that are going to play out throughout the rest of the season.
It starts off with all those Mexican guys crawling on their...
You're like, why are they crawling on their stomachs?
What is happening? It's weird as shit. What do you think these Mexican guys? You have any ideas on who they are?
I would guess that they work for Tuco.
Oh, fuck you, Alex. Alex is here. So, any ideas on who these Mexican guys are?
I would guess the two Mexican guys work for Tuco.
Now, we saw Tuco died in Season 2.
Right.
Hank killed him in a gunfire.
Yeah, but I'm sure that somehow... someone's going to avenge his death. Possibly these two Mexicans have something to do with it.
I really liked how they dealt with the news thing of the plane crash immediately after the credits.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great montage way to explain everything. And to the point where Walt knows that he's responsible for it. Yeah,
definitely. I think it maybe did a little bit too much to explain and remind us exactly what happened.
Yeah, I think it's necessary, though. It's been a year since people have been seeing the show. Just for those people who forgot that last episode ended with that climactic, plane crash.
I don't know how you could forget, but...
people are dumb. That's why they're watching this right now.
Right.
They're probably pretty dumb. You are dumb. I'm telling you, you're dumb. Matt's not saying it, I'm saying it. Throughout the episode, you see how much Walt really has researched and knows.
Oh, yeah. Well, the whole show is really about him rationalizing... becoming a villain, a drug dealer. And this is such a cut and dry, here are 168, was it, people? 167, something like that, that you killed. And it's not the slow deterioration through drug addiction. It's bam, they're dead, and it's pretty much your fault.
Right, and he's in constant denial. Meanwhile, Jesse gets back from rehab, and Jesse's full acceptance. Jesse straight up says... I'm one of the bad guys.
Yeah.
Walt is in such denial that he still thinks that his marriage is a happy marriage.
Yeah. I loved it when his wife just totally called him out on being a drug dealer. I really didn't expect that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, is the only way she knows about the money because she knows he paid for all of his health bills?
Yeah, I don't think she ever actually saw any of the cash. And that's what surprised me about when she first said that he was a drug dealer. But then you realize as the conversation goes on that she really has no proof whatsoever other than the money.
Idea. Yeah.
You know?
And the fact that, she's like, I'm not going to tell Hank as long as you stay away from our kids.
His happiest moment in Season 2, he's holding the baby and he's looking at all of the cash and he's like, I earned that.
For you.
Yeah.
And so, he justifies it because he's doing it for his family, but she's not buying it.
No. I wonder if Walt will use Saul as his divorce attorney.
Well, I mean, he's already his meth attorney.
Yeah.
So why not stick with it? Saul, such a great character. We didn't see him this episode.
Yeah.
But
was he on the matchbook?
Oh, that's right. He's on the matchbook in the beginning. So you see him burn up, actually.
Yeah.
Those are Better Call Saul matches. One thing I'd love to point out is that the kid at the beginning when he's talking about, he's referencing Dead Man on Campus, which was a movie with...
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
From the early 90s.
Yeah.
But the kid references it, and it's the same kid from Season 2 who Walt straight up tells, don't bullshit a bullshitter, because the kid's like, can't you just pass me on this test? I got a 59. I tried to study. I just don't get it. And Walt was like, no, you're full of it. And then Walt launches into that speech, which is just so overcompensating.
But it's all part of the rationalization that it's not 110% his fault, even though we all know that it is. You're grasping at straws when you're
blaming the government.
Yeah.
I think they're doing an interesting thing with Walt's facial hair. I think in the second season we saw him with that really, really lame mustache that was kind of like symbolizing how like kind of weak and lame of a person he is. And I think now giving him a goatee, I think they're trying to like show he's becoming a stronger character and a stronger person, a little more confident in what he's doing.
That's interesting. I think I'm gonna grow a goatee now.
Yeah, the second season they played with that whole thing where they were kind of teasing the finale the whole season. This season, Vince Gilligan said he didn't want to do that in the interview. So, I mean, we're going to get answers pretty quickly about these Mexican guys. They were so badass.
They were really, really badass. They didn't flinch at all when that truck blew up.
It was like there's like just like a fireball behind them, and they're just like walking away. I was kind of just
the shrapnel was like falling next to them even. It was crazy. It wasn't even just behind them.
Yeah, that's true. They were surrounded in shrapnel. And the one guy, he took like 2 puffs of that clove or whatever it is and just threw it out. It's kind of a waste of a...
Definitely. Especially if you're in the desert for that long and you only have a certain amount of cigarettes, like, don't waste them.
Well, but then again, they did give away a pretty pimped car a little bit right before that. They gave it to the goat.
Right. Yeah.
You think the goat's going to drive it?
Probably. I think in Mexico, goats can drive.
Yeah, I don't think there's laws in Mexico. You can kind of get away with anything. Yeah. You think it was just luck that all those clothes happened to fit those guys?
Yeah, I think so. I think probably, I don't know where they would have gotten, why that guy had clothes that didn't fit him.
Because that guy was much smaller than them. Or unless those are the little girl's clothes, and maybe she's like got some sort of weird deformity. Walt goes to Pollos and talks to our nice friend there, which I really like the way that scene was shot. Behind the chair and kind of the over the shoulder. It looks great. But Walt saying no to the $3 million for 3 months. What did you think of that?
I think that'll last an episode or 2. The thing, like, the first season, I kind of wasn't that into it because I felt like it was this constant back and forth of, like, in order for the plot to progress, Walt would choose to do something, then decide no, he didn't want to do it, and then choose to do it again, and then suddenly it would move forward. And that's like a pretty standard way to kind of draw out action.
Yeah.
But I felt like in the first season they did it every single time. Yeah. And then the second season was just off and running and awesome the whole time. Yeah. But I feel like saying no to the $3 million is just another one of those tricks, and he's going to have some reason to turn around and want to continue.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's got to happen because you're also it's like if he doesn't say yes to it, then the show ends. It's like okay,
exactly. and that's the whole third season. It's just him like hanging out at his house,
hanging out at his apartment, trying to get his kids back. Yeah, it's like Breaking Bad. It's like trying to get back to his family. In the second season, we see the Pollos guy in
and he sees and he knows that Walt is Hank's brother-in-law.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh, so that's definitely gonna play in somehow. Yeah. I'm sure Vince Gilligan, I trust, is he's like so attention to detail that there will be things from the first 2 seasons that we totally forgot, and we're like, oh crap, that's paying off now. That's awesome. I loved the scene where Hank shows up to help Walt move, and he's like, "What's in the bag?" He's like, "Oh, $500,000." But like, Hank is, Walt is so serious and so like, $500,000.
Yeah. So that was Walt's $500,000, and Saul has Jesse's.
Well, Matt, thank you for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for
appreciate it.
Having me over to watch it. I don't have a TV, so I
you don't
wouldn't
even
be
have a
able
TV?
to watch it. No.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Cady, you can see his stuff. You want to do a quick plug for anything?
Yeah, you can go to Metropolitan Bait and Tackle on YouTube.
So thanks, and we'll see you guys next week, or maybe tomorrow, because the second episode's already aired, and I'm going to do one tomorrow. So, see you soon.